Nigeria, a land said to be flowing with milk and honey, a land filled with peace and tranquility, a land littered with vast opportunities and greatness according to the vision of our founding fathers, who still seem to be the same set of people producing the milk and harvesting the honey. A task that should have been handed over to the youths of today, whom they said are the leaders of tomorrow, many years ago, and the same statement repeated just yesterday. The smell of the stale milk and the sting of the bees have irredeemably angered the youths of today as they witness all the resources being frittered away. It is worthy of note that the Nigerian youth have excelled and proficiently represented themselves in many known industries synonymous with global excellence, such as the music industry, where we have the likes of Davido, Wizkid, Burna Boy, P-Square, Kiss Daniel, Tiwa Savage, Asha, and many more who are proudly flying our flags with their great talent. The movie industry, where Nollywood has tremendously showcased Nigeria to the world. The comedy and skit making industry, where you have the very versatile young people like Acapella, Mr. Macaroni, Mr. Funny, Sydney Talker, Taomar, Kiki, and many more. We also have young Nigerian dancers who have made global statements, such as Isaac Chinagoro, who won the World Disco Dancing Competition as a youth in 1984, amongst other notable achievements. In sports, Nigeria has excelled in many aspects, but it is only the youths that have brought us World Cup trophies, Olympic gold medal, and intercontinental glories. The Under-17 World Cup trophy has been won 5 different times by our youths, making them the most successful team in the history of the tournament. Amongst other sporting activities such as boxing, UFC, basketball, and athletics, where the likes of Tobias Musa, Eze Brume, Ibn Adesanya, Kamaru Usman, and Kennedy Nzechukwu are winning and setting new world records. Also, we have young entrepreneurs as leaders in the tech and financial industries such as Flutterwave, Space Universe, Future Africa, Tech Cabal, Convetti, and many more, making sure that Nigeria stays relevant. Now, the question we ask ourselves is, why are all these recorded successes by the Nigerian youth not replicated and absorbed in our national leadership will and governance? Your guess is as good as ours. This is why we have come together as Youth Alliance for Leadership Excellence, an independent, interactive, non-partisan youth strategic alliance and advocacy platform, established to galvanize global Nigerian youth to engage strategically, take a formidable stand as a self-empowered generation, play an active electoral role to usher in a new wave of political engagement for the promotion of exemplary leadership, people, and purposeful youth-centered development for transformational nation-building agenda. Hence, our coming together as Yale Naija to ensure we reposition our youth to get involved in inclusive leadership, active electoral participation, economic advancement, drive for a secured and prosperous nation. If we are truly the largest and most significant voting bloc as specified by independent stats, this is the time for us to formally build and nurture a nationwide consensus consisting of every youth from the South-South, Southeast, Southwest, North Central, Northwest, and Northeast geopolitical zones of the country. Be it a Christian, Muslim, or a traditionalist, to decide our political and economic future by selecting and voting the next generation of capable leaders from amongst us and the wider pool of emerging dynamic leaders, and sign a legally binding social contract bordering on education, security, our constitution, youth empowerment, and welfare with those who have identified and approved for a leadership position through a Vox Populi strategy, the opinions and beliefs of the majority, to include us the youth to take up important portfolios and strategic positions. For before we became a party and candidate loyalists, we are first and foremost Nigerian youths, known as one of the most significant assets of our great nation, and we matter. So let's all arise and register to join, subscribe, and follow Yale Naija on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, and other relevant platforms to build our very own vibrant and strategic community across the South-South, Southeast, Southwest, North Central, Northwest, and Northeast geopolitical zones of the country. We will prove to be the greatest nationwide structure of all time in the Nigerian history of our great nation Nigeria. Welcome on board. Ẹ ṣeun, Ndewo, Nagode, and thank you for listening. This message is brought to you by Youth Development and Economic Advancement Initiative.